The man opened the empty fridge and greedily plucked the broken ice from it. Then he stuck his tongue out and licked every nook and cranny. Despite the heat, his face was red hot and the fridge was the only place he could cool down. To escape from the cage-like mansion, the thief frantically cut open the metal door with a tool, but all that was inside was some dog food and a blackened steak. Suddenly there is a sparse noise outside and the thief rushes to the garden sprinkler. The thief can't wait to open his mouth to catch the water and then lies down on the dirt to enjoy a moment of refreshment. Soon the sprinklers were turned off and the thief had power again. He then ripped off the curtains and cut the cloth from the bed and tied all the furniture together to make a simple shelf. Then the thief stood on it and knocked on the glass and the concrete on the side. It seemed that the concrete was easier to work with, but just then the heating in the room suddenly turned cold. The thief stood in the air vent and enjoyed the cool air that came over him. His hot heart instantly calmed down and he finally slept soundly. Before he knew it, a day had passed and the garden sprinkler began to spray water, which the thief caught in a container in advance. The thief then filled the bottle with water and felt a sense of comfort that there was no shortage of water. Before starting work, he takes out the dog food and beef and makes a point of looking posh. In the sunset, the thief was able to experience the life of a rich man. Once everything was in place, the thief smashed the vase and picked up 2 pieces of the red size, then wrapped them in cloth to make a pair of simple sunglasses. He then climbed onto the shelf and began to cut the concrete above his head with a chisel. However, after a few hours, the thief's neck was the first to give out, but he still had enough resources to make the dog food more palatable. He soaked it in water and soaked it with a mouthful of dog food and a mouthful of raw beef, reassuring himself that he was having a feast. After eating and drinking was filled, the thief continued to chisel the cement and soon found that there were screws inside. It seemed that removing the blast glass was not as easy as he had thought, but that wasn't the worst of it. The thief noticed that the temperature of the air conditioner was slowly dropping and he had to speed things up. After a few more days, the whole blast glass appeared in front of him and the 12 screws on the side were his final challenge. But as the temperature got colder and colder, the thief was shivering, and as he looked for his clothes, he accidentally found a hidden door in the cupboard. The thief cautiously made his way inside and found a portrait directly in front of him, but when he turned to the other side, go!